Today in this video, we are addressing the sacred question of car washing, foam sprayer or pressure sprayer. I had already made a video for you during the autumn and winter months, specifically with the FX Protect Gravity. We foamed it once and then sprayed it with the pressure sprayer. And we had pleasant temperatures, very cool. There was no wind, everything was relaxed because the big problem dries out. And now we have arrived at summer or warm days. I have brought foam sprayers and pressure sprayers. Now let's take a look at the advantages of each device. We have the same pre-cleaner in both cases, and we can see what happens when we spray it with the pressure sprayer as a water mixture without foaming, and then with the foam variant. I'm curious. Let's check this out together. Both sprayers are pressurized. Here, I quickly set up the foam to achieve a nice, firm foam that is not too dry. And we are now spraying here on this cold surface. It is all relaxed in the shade. Let's take a look. Let's adjust the nozzle a bit more to make sure it's set vertically, as it isn't quite vertical yet. Now let's take a look. So snow foam nice and thick, and here with a pressure sprayer. So the first thing that stands out to me is that you are simply faster with the cloth spraying. You spray up, down, and you're done. Here with the snow foam, you simply have a smaller spray angle. This means you need to make at least 2, and at most 3 passes. Let's leave it at that for now. And take a step further to the left to look at it on a warm surface, or a surface that is in the sun. How does it look here in terms of drying and so on? So you see, if you want to do the whole door, it's just 3 passes with the solo for me, then a little bit more over it, and here it just goes zip, zip, zip. It really is just a bit faster. So, we'll leave it on for now, and now let's go back to the front of the vehicle. In the meantime, let's take another look over there. Foam Hero Bomb. Very, very cool. Right here at the front. The surface is really bubbling. That's the nice thing about Solo. You can easily adjust it again if you notice, okay, it's a bit too dry, then you set it a bit wetter. You can see here it's dripping now. I set it too wet. So you can really play nicely with the foam. So I'm going to spray this really thick here and on the other side with the pressure sprayer. We also didn't have to repressurize. That's the second advantage. You can spray for an ultra long time. That's also a benefit of the pressure sprayer. And now, of course, it depends on how long it lasts and how the foam breaks down. You can see here that it goes relatively quickly at the front. So, here we have the first difference on area 1. We have some areas that are tearing, and here with the pressure sprayer, you can see some streaks that are also tearing. Well, I don't think the difference is that extreme, but if you compare, you can see these torn spots here, which are still quite slightly wet. Here with the snow foam, you can see that the spots are a bit larger in diameter as it runs off. So here, I find that the pressure sprayer variant is a bit more covering. Now let's see if it's the same in the front. Here we have the torn areas. It is getting a bit dry here as well. And here with the pressure sprayer, it is difficult to see in the sun, but we do have a noticeably denser surface. We also have a few small areas that are tearing. But I think here is also a bit of the pressure sprayer on a sealed surface. This part is sealed here, the back is unsealed, and this part is sealed. But it doesn't make a huge difference. Both adhere evenly anyway, because look here. It actually adheres very, very well. But you can see here, where it is sealed, even though we sprayed later, the foam is already significantly lower than on the unsealed surface, and on the base side, you can see here what happens. Sun and heat cause foam to burst, foam breaks down faster and runs off quicker. This is also the reason why snow foam does not adhere well to hot surfaces. You may have noticed this before, or perhaps it was subconscious. But now you definitely know the reason. And here at the front, look, the cleaner is already drying on the pressure sprayer, but it doesn't look much better on the snow foam side either. Exactly the same picture. So hot surfaces, cleaner. It's a tricky thing, whether it's foam or pressure sprayer. So, once again, a clear indication that there isn't a huge difference between snow foam and pressure spraying when it comes to hot surfaces. If you want to tackle something like that again, just spray it again now That's what I do too. And you can also see here, it develops completely the same. So the difference between foam and pressure sprayer is not that extreme. Minimal perhaps, but not to the extent that the pressure sprayer completely replaces the foam sprayer here, because you can already see the first slight dry spots appearing. If you have any dried spots at the front now, then loosen them with the same product. Just spray it on again. 2001. And then it completely dissolves as well. I'll show you right after rinsing that you don't have any shampoo runoff here. Look here. Can you see how it steams? Look. It's really, really impressive. And just go over it nicely again. Feel it again here. Well, we currently have about 16 to 17 degrees, but the surfaces in the sun don't heat up that quickly. So I would generally recommend you to either wash in the early morning hours or late in the evening. It's better that way. You have more peace and quiet, but those are just the typical downsides. Do you see how it's boiling? It's crazy. It looks like the hood is burning. So, to prevent it from drying unnecessarily, we're going to rinse for shine now, which allows for spot-free drying. And then we'll rinse it off right away. So, as you can see here, all the shampoo runoff marks are gone. Everything is nice and smooth and clean again. So, if you have something like that, just spray it again with the same product, loosen it up again, and then rinse or wash it off quickly with the wash mitt, and it works absolutely great. So you don't need to worry about it. I can tell you that the cleaning performance is completely equal on both sides. It looks very, very good, but it is more about the application in the different weather conditions of the year, particularly regarding the warmth. I am really curious about your opinion. What do you think about it? I have also conducted many tests, and it has repeatedly shown that whether you use a pressure sprayer or a foam sprayer, if the vehicle is in the sun and the paint is hot, it doesn't matter whether you use foam or the pressure sprayer. What I definitely notice is that with the foam sprayer, more air comes out when you press. With the pressure sprayer, it will deliver 100% liquid. This logically means that you can spray for much longer with the pressure sprayer, which is a significant advantage. You don't have to pump as often when you have a battery pump on your foam sprayer. It's like saying, oh Sebastian, no problem at all. Of course, but for those who pump it all by hand, it's easy to see. I could have sprayed with the pressure sprayer for much longer, many times over, and I hardly have to pump it again. I conducted a test. I need to briefly repressurize the BMW 5 Series here, maybe 10 to 50 seconds, and then I can completely rinse the whole car without any issues. With the foam sprayer without a battery pump, I would have to repressurize more often. Also, one difference in terms of cleaning behavior regarding where it adheres is actually completely the same for me. Whether on an unsealed area, a sealed area, or a hot vehicle surface, you generally get the same results. It slowly builds up, and when this water film or cleaning film becomes very thin, it dries up on the hot spots. Even in the shaded areas, one must say that there was a noticeable difference as the pressure sprayer, or the pre-cleaner, water mixture covered the surface more evenly. The foam through this air, which is then quickly heated in the front areas, causes the bubbles to burst quickly, and it retracts relatively quickly. So I would recommend that if you are generally working on the vehicle on hot days, you might want to spray a mixture of shampoo and water or a pre-cleaner water mixture instead of foaming it up. However, you can also set the Solo to be fully watery. You can of course do that. That's the huge advantage of the Solo foam sprayer. So, is the conclusion that the foam sprayer is somehow dead now? No, not at all for me. Do what you feel like. If you prefer foam, use foam. If you want to use the pressure sprayer, use the pressure sprayer. If you want watery foam, use watery foam. Everything works the same way, but it also has its disadvantages. That's just how it is. We continue to live with it. I just wanted to show you the test between the two, and I believe it was definitely enlightening, and neither of them has lost its validity or is outdated. Foam is fun, foam is cool, pressure spraying works. Boom. Pick out what you like and you will definitely find a tool that fits your washing routine. Until then, folks, take care. So I'm always reachable via WhatsApp, completely free for you. I'm here for you. If you have any questions, feel free to send a picture or voice message, depending on what concerns you have. Until next time. I'm drying this off now, otherwise it will eventually all dry up here. Until the next video, Saladin.